did was I said, you are the sorriest man. You are no good of a man to sit here. You got your wife and your child in the cold, in the dark. You must be a miserable person.
So I went to him and I said, babe, when you can do better, you will do better. Instead of beating him up, beating him down in that moment, because things do happen, I encouraged him instead of beating him down. Thank you so much. Because we have to learn, even in the toughest times, to still stay encouragers. Because we can really kill and damage each other. Well, sometimes it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the things that set our relationship up for success. That was one of the things, because by her pouring into me, I was able to later to encourage her. Because believe it or not, Tamala Mann said, I'm not going to be a solo artist.
Did.
I will not be a solo artist.
Did.
But because she poured into me earlier, I think that led us both on a path of where we could realize we could make this work.
Yes, but I saw potential in him. That's the thing, is even though we were, we met at 18 years old. And it's like, I just see how he was protecting me, how he was taking up and speaking for me, even as friends. And it just kept growing. So once we did say I do, I was like, I know that I'm going to do something. I know that he's going to do something with his life. So it's like, I just thank God for being obedient and saying yes to him. And I'm glad he found me. Yeah. Hallelujah.
Because I realized once I knew she was going to be famous, I tracked her.
You did not know that?
But what's crazy, subconsciously she did that. What do you guys think that couples do subconsciously that hurt their relationship? What are some of the things that you do? Look, Kitty ready.
How y'all doing? Good. Thank you guys for having us tonight. So, first of all, I want to go back to something you said, Tamala. And especially for a lot of women. You saw potential in him, but also his potential was in motion. Sometimes we're with potential and there's no action. And I just want somebody who says, well, I'm dating somebody who has potential. Or sometimes you can be married to somebody who has potential and it hasn't fully manifested. But I noticed the clinician in me was listening. You said you saw him getting better. It's funny because after we left, where were we at last? Memphis, and this lady DM'd me and she says, well, how do you know not to give up on a man or somebody that you've been dating that what was promised or what was shared hasn't fully materialized? And I said, here's